Hello, my fellow synthesizing technology enthusiasts. I was in the middle of doing some experiments and creating a video that explains how distorted harmonics trick your ears into thinking that there's less bass, and there's ways around that to fix it to get a better lower end. And in doing so, I actually stumbled across a pretty cool, unique sound. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys what it sounds like and then how to easily reproduce it. So let's just go start out. And there's a big difference. It gives the track a totally different feel on how slow it is compared to how fast. So I'm going to play a few different tempos. Let's go. So it's, I like to call it a high-pass distorted filter automation. So that's basically what it is. These are all keyframes and stuff that create automation for the filter. So it's pretty easy to duplicate this. I'm actually going to mute this. Let's create just a real simple, basic subtractive synthesizer. We could do this and have the filter. This is all it is. So put the note into the oscillator, and then the out of the envelope goes into the modulation port of the oscillator. And let's go to the input, and then do a high pass. And we could just write a note real quick. We're going to do this and then that. Okay, cool. And actually, make this do about right here. We could turn this up a little bit too. This actually makes a little bit of a difference. So now that we have our, what's it called? Our notes in here, we can actually just add a thing here and then drag that out, and this is still looping. So it just sounds like this. Now let's add some effects to this. So we're going to add a distortion, put the amount all the way up, and then put a filter, and we're going to do this to a high pass. Bring the frequency all the way down and the res all the way up. This is extremely important to have the res up. If it's down, if it's all the way down, it won't work, and I'll show you. So I'm just going to hit play, and I'm going to mess with this, and it'll create that sound. So it's all about how the automation is doing it while the note is hitting. Seems a bit loud. Okay, I should have turned it down a bit. Maybe go like something like this, and then you can add some small little delay to it. Oops. This is what happens if you bring the res all the way down. Doesn't work. So you have to have the res all the way up. And also, you have to have the distortion first before the filter. If you don't have that, so let's put the filter first. And then now we can put the distortion. Doesn't work. So let's switch that around. Oh, actually, we don't even need this anymore. I'm going to show you a little bit of a few of the differences that what's it called can make. I'm actually going to just delete this. I don't think we need that anymore. So actually, I did need it, but what we did, actually, I could bring this up real quick again. Whoops. Yes, and then I'm going to put just 808 test, because that's basically the same thing. We do the high pass on here. going to show you what it looks like for the low pass as well. You could put it to the different things if you want. It's up to you. So all I did to create this, so we have this, and then there. Now we can go here and create the thing here. Okay, probably bring this down a little bit, have the delay up. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now we can actually create the thing. So all I have to do is be in song mode, hit record, and hit the frequency. Now, if actually, keep it in record, now hit play. Now, if we go down to this, we can hit, this would be all these different things, like it might be right here. So you would have to go to your effects, and then here are all, this is the first one that I actually created that you guys heard when the video started. This is the one I just created. So we can zoom into it. It looks like it's pretty claustrophobic and just overwhelming, but if you zoom into it, it's actually quite manageable. It actually zooms in one more time, I think. Actually quite a bit more. So you can get in really detailed with 64th notes and stuff like that. And then you can just go in there and just hit play. And just do all your editing in there until you find some cool, unique sounds that you like. The differences between the algorithms of this make a little bit of a difference. Not the set, so I'm going to go through these and you can hear the difference. And then if you go up to here and do the low pass and stuff, it's a little bit of a difference. It's actually important that you getting the note right for the release. Actually, let me show you what the res does too. It actually creates a more intense sound. It kind of gets a little bit clouded with the amount of distortion that's actually going on. Now the release is actually quite important. Watch what happens when I bring the release. So all these have different effects with the sound that you're creating, and it's mostly all about the pattern. Let's actually mute this and unmute this one. I guess we could play around with this. So that's it. That is how I created that sound, and it's pretty cool with the different stuff you can do. And I suggest that you try to do some exploration and create some cool, unique sounds. And if you find something cool, let me know in the comments. All right, I'll see you next time.